Hey everyone, and welcome back to Lost Kingdoms. We are about to do our next stage in the story, which is Burial Grounds. Obviously, we're going to be going through a graveyard, and yeah, that's it. So we're just going to jump into it. We're mainly going to be encountering earth and wood elements. I've already adjusted the deck, which I assume, as of right now at least, because there's so few cards, it's not really a big deal to watch. Once we get more cards and we have more complex decks, I'll actually have multiple decks that are themed around different areas, and I'll show what goes into those. So right away, first Red Fairy, and he'll tell you about the grave markers, read this, green that. It doesn't make sense to him, but it'll make sense to us, especially, you know, God, I just lost my train of thought. Oh well. So the big part of this is there are gravestones everywhere. You can check them and it says a gravestone. But on the map, you will see yellow. That guy just asked you why you're here. You'll see yellow dots like this one, and these are obviously much larger. When you investigate them, they'll tell you the history of the kingdom. And this one says, "Here lies Griffith the Gold, recipient of the rune stone, mightiest of all warriors, pacified the lands, blah 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 blah." But you notice it said the first king, and he's golden. So there's three more gravestones like that, and each one will say, you know, a number and a color, and you need to remember those. For there is a puzzle near the end of this. So our first battle. Most of the enemies here are pretty easy. I mean, it's really, yeah, it's nothing special. That thing as a card is also pretty shit, to be completely honest. So I'm never going to worry about it. Most of what you're going to encounter are skeletons. There you go. Which, you know, they do decent damage, I guess. They also run around a bit, but they're really nothing to be too worried about. So our third fairy is hiding in this well. Yes, they're very spooky. So here's another chest. I want to say this goes as another skeleton. Yeah, you get quite a few skeletons here. And then here's our second gravestone, which is Roal the Green, who's the second king. So we got gold and we got green. And it gives you some lore into the backstory of the game, but it never comes into play. And as interesting as it is, and as much as I love Escape, it really doesn't matter. So I'm not going to worry about it. Wow, those two cards went out like bitches. Okay. Well, hopefully the Mantrap can take care of them. I'm pretty sure he can. Especially them being wood and the Mantrap being a damn tank. They really are pretty decent. I don't know why I give them so much shit. I think it's because most of your early cards are just so easily outclassed later. And I mean, even the Mantrap is. If we had more Caterpokers, I would easily replace them with Caterpokers, the Mantraps. So our third king is Ermwal the White. Pure, he dedicated his life to finding a cure for his queen. And, you know, bards will forever sing about him. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this area is pretty straightforward. There's only one deviating path, which is behind us. So this is actually here tricky. The Cursed King, here lies Baria of Alondra, the Explorer King. He went into the Black Mist and was never seen again, was never at peace during life, and we're thrust into a battle with, I think, 2 ghouls and a wraith. The wraith is, honestly, he's super easy, and apparently the ghouls are as well. I'd like to capture one, though, if I can. Let's just see if we can corner him. That actually didn't kill him. Interesting. Almost always the the Wraith will go down in one hit because he has 20 health and his defenses are absolutely atrocious. And did he just kill that? Okay. So I would actually love to capture him. I just gotta figure out what to use. Let's use a Lizard Man. It's good enough. Because I don't want to use my Monker Fairy right now. I quite like the Ghoul cards. They hit hard, they can paralyze, they're just good to have. And we get a Train card, which will come in handy, at the very least for the boss fight. I'm not normally a fan of it, but yeah, if our timing's good, we can avoid damage, because we're invincible during the summoning phase. And we can also hold down the card. We're basically telling us stuff that we've been using since the beginning. But, you know, if you don't already know, it's good to know. And then here's the fourth one. We actually don't have to check this, but we are anyway. Fourth King, Dane the Red, polished bronze armor, you know, blah, blah, blah. Added 17 new lands to the kingdom, so, okay. Again, it's really just lore after you find out his color and number. I mean, that's really all you need to know. I would quite like... I was not paying attention and walked right into that. I'm bad. And I'm paralyzed. Awesome. So we're going to get rid of you. I don't think I actually have anything to deal with him per se. Let's just throw out man traps. That's good enough for me. I don't think I need to throw out a second one. No, I shouldn't. Man, whoa. Okay, friend. I'm telling you, ghouls are powerful. They're pretty good. And hobgoblins are apparently just... What are you doing? Okay. Apparently they have armor during their attacks. That's neat. That went a lot poorer than I would have liked. So we're going to open up these two chests and get our last fairy. Yeah, Five Kingdoms. We are the Princess of Alanja. We are on our way to Grail, and then there's Candario, White, and Vashia. Vashia and Alanja are the only ones that have been affected. So we're actually on our way to where our father's going, which is the Kingdom of Grail. Since they've been unaffected, hoping that they will, you know, help us out. Another mummy card. I really don't care. Now we got this dude. This is Lord Unther, who obviously knows us. Don't think he'd look upon our comments. Spend his greatest honor to serve the king. The enemy was upon them, so the king had actually gotten away. And Lord Unther has basically given his life to protect him, and he tells us that our our father is headed for Castle Grail, and that we have to, you know, try and catch up to him. So our last three chests. So right here is our little puzzle before the actual boss fight. If you activate any of them in the wrong order, you're immediately thrown into a fight with either 2 or 3 skeletons. I don't recall how many offhand. I really don't want that. I'll take that. Why not? So if you remember, first was gold, then green, then white, then the curse one, which obviously doesn't matter, and the fourth king was red. We walk in here, and we're immediately thrown into a boss fight. We are facing a necromancer and 2 skeletons. The skeletons are obviously not a problem at all. The necromancer is kind of a dick. He has 2 primary attacks, and then his movement's teleporting all over the place and can be a little annoying. Okay, good. So we got that. I want to try and group these skeletons together if I can. But first, we're going to throw our treant back here. What the treant does is it boosts the defense of all allies, Katya, and all independent creatures. So it's pretty nice to have. So the Necromancer will teleport around and will apparently not get hit by the Birdman. And what he does for attacks is, you saw he throws out a skull which will home in on you, and then he'll do that little shockwave, which basically means you can't really get near him half the time because it comes out so fast. I don't want the skeleton. Independent creatures are honestly pretty, damn it, they're pretty shit against him, oftentimes because he does that shockwave. I'm gonna get hit by that. Great. And there's really nothing they can do about it. So yeah, he really brings few issues to the table. Great, my sand beetle already died. And I'm low on. Yeah, see, he basically just counterattacks you, and it's kind of a pain. So, I'm running a little low on cards. Probably should have waited to use that, but we're going to use the Sea Monk. We'll get back 3 cards and everything that we discarded. I am injured though, which is just the best. So we're kind of just gonna run around for a little bit just till that skull head goes away, but he's summoning another one. That's all I wanted. Now we can at least try to attack him without getting hurt. Trust me, this is a strategy. It may not look like it, but it is. Alright, we won't force that. And apparently get hit by it. Alright, this is going very poorly. We need a fairy card. I'm not getting one. We got a treant back, so that's good. This is going very poorly. Shit. Trust me, I don't normally do this. I don't want to be doing this, but unfortunately, I got some bad draws and I got hit by some questionable attacks. So, we'll have our man trap, attack him, get some damage out, drop some magic stones, and then die. Awesome. That's what I want. Okay, so probably not gonna put that out. This is what I wanted. Fairy. Man, this is not going nearly as well as I was hoping it would. But we get 50 health back. Much needed 50 health. Although now we can't attack again without taking some damage, so we just have to wait a little bit. I want to try and force out his shockwave. That's what I really want. Good. Do another one. Good. Of course I missed. Okay. So what we really want to do now, actually, because he's almost dead. We want our Banshee card. There she is. Because the Banshee is a butt ton of damage, will kill him, and most importantly, we'll get the experience for it. Because we want more Banshees. Banshees are great. Their range is better than the Dark Raven, and they just hit like trucks. They're so good. So we want to get a second one as fast as we can. And actually, I think that might have done it. I think we can actually make another one. But more importantly, we stumbled our way through that 3-star rating. I don't even think we deserve that. I think I said before, the star ratings really don't matter. They just get you bonus cards, but you can get every single card through transforming, and you don't get anything for getting 5 stars in every single... Hey, more ghouls. So yeah, the star rating really doesn't help you that much. So now we get a little bit of story. So Grail's the kingdom of fierce warriors, and we learned that our father's on our way, so we're trying to catch up to him, but you know, it's a winding road through the mountains, I think. So instead, we're going to take the direct path through the sewers and hope that we, you know, get there either before him or just as he's getting there. But before we do anything, obviously we have to go and see Alexander, give him our fairies. That should bring us to 20. I think we get a Stonehead. Is that right? Yeah, Stonehead is just a fire type trap card, akin to the Maelstrom and the Mandragora. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of trap cards, except for very specific ones, or specific one. So I'm probably not going to be using it. I'm pretty sure Gerd doesn't have any quests for us. Nope. Transform? Do we get anything interesting? No. No. We can transform our Banshee, but we don't want to, because our Banshee's awesome. No, it doesn't look like we can do that. But we can copy, and that's what we want. So first, we're going to make another Banshee. Skip that. And really, that's it. Everything else, we have a decent amount of. And yeah, no, so there's no reason to copy anything else. So, our next order of business is going to be to go through the Shale Passage. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.